This meeting will now come to order. Sharon, you can show that all council members are present and counted for. Agenda, I'm sorry, they're on my copier, on all those copies. It's a standard agenda, all the way down to financials, departmental, business, new business. So, we are going to start out with our friends here.
No, we're not.
Oh, no, we're not. That's exactly what we have to have election of officer. Yeah. Okay. Floor is open for nominations for president of the town council.
I move that we elect Joel Myers as president of the town council.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Sharon, you can show aye and same. You're exactly right. That was the top one. Okay, water grant.
We're not.
It's not in the parking lot.
It's
So
not?
It must be either front or back.
Oh, it's a parking lot? Yeah, I hear the car going. Oh, it's probably into that. Why doesn't Roy come and tell us?
Hey, where's the water?
Roy!
Probably his
I'll double check it.
Okay.
No, Roy, no. Oh, okay. Is it what you submitted, saying, or? Or is that?
Yes, it was.
Do you care that it says January of 15? Or just to mark that through?
I changed it.
Well, that's all right. I mean, it's
No,
no big deal.
no, I swear I changed it.
She did. I printed out 2 pages and I didn't change it.
Okay, is this the one you'll have to sign?
I don't know.
Did I?
Actually, there's 2 copies.
I'll say you're crazy.
John's card and red card.
Did you print out the wrong one? I know, I changed it to 16.
All right. Oh, it's just that.
You can just mark through it though.
She printed.
I haven't done it yet, but I inevitably will.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, water grant and SRF update. Anybody have anything on that they want to talk about? How about awarding these water grant contracts? You got them?
Yes. I don't have a physical copy of the
He
release
doesn't.
of the release of funds yet.
Oh, release of funds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really?
They're waiting on somebody to sign off. It's going to be dated last Thursday, so they told me to go ahead tonight and you can award the
Okay.
water contract.
Okay. So they're going to date it though last Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll do a condition on it.
Yeah. It'll be a
Just
condition.
add that.
Okay, we have contract A and contract B.
Okay.
You have them?
Yeah,
You said you did.
I do.
Yeah.
A few things. I have all the original bids, okay, that I'd like to return to the town for your keeping, for your records.
Keep them all.
Those are all the originals. I have removed the bid bonds from these packages and replaced them with copies. Okay? When the project is awarded, hopefully this evening, I'll return those bid bonds to those contractors for the town. Okay? I have a bid review letter. That I'll briefly go through. That's okay, everybody. spike one. Donna, can I read from that one? And then I'll
Oh,
give it to you.
sure. Okay.
I made one short. Okay. This is a summary letter that we prepared back in November, just to kind of give an overview of the bids. So just to refresh everybody's memory, it's been 2 months. Pursuant to the advertising for bids, bids for the water system improvement contracts A and B were received at 10 a.m. on November 5th of 2015. Each of the sealed bids was open and read aloud. On contract A, we had 4 bids, and on contract B, we had 2 bids. Contract A is for the water mains, the wells, and the treatment building. Contract B is for the elevated water storage tank. The results of those bids are summarized here. I had previously provided the certified bid tabs to Joelle, and I have copies of those with me as well, if anybody would like one. For contract A, the low bidder was Infrastructure Systems Incorporated. Their bid price, including all the alternates, was $940,450. Our engineer's estimate was $913,699, and that does not include contingency. And all the bids were with the engineer's estimate. That's contract A. Contract B was for the tank. We had 2 bidders. The low bidder was Phoenix at $489,979 even. And that was below the engineer's estimate of $628,000. So when we look at the 2 contracts together, the total of those is $130,429. The engineer's estimate for that sum is $1,520,000. So the 2 low bidders together were below the engineer's estimate by $89,000 change. There's also a 10% contingency built into the project when we develop the funding and those components of the project. We reviewed the bid packages for the low bidders. For contract A, the bid documents appear to be complete, and based on their evaluation of their experience and qualifications, it appears that they should be capable and qualified to perform the work. And the same for contract B for Phoenix. They should be capable and qualified to perform the work. So, pursuant to the contract documents, the council may reject any and all bids or accept any bids that may be lowest responsible. The council may also award contract A based on base bid only, or with the alternates that were selected. Should the council choose to award the project with all alternates, that should go to Infrastructure Systems at a contract price of $940,450, and contract B to Phoenix at a contract price of $489,979, contingent upon SRF note for approval, securing the financing reviewed by your legal. So, my understanding is that the SRF loan is closed. Based on what we just heard about related to OFA, there may be some things that need to be related to the award, but I offer this to you for consideration. I do have prepared hard copies of the notice of award for each of these contracts should you execute those this evening. Are there any questions or comments?
But look, we did pretty good.
We did very well. One other note, today's the end of the bid period. There's a 60-day bid hold on the document, so I did request a 15-day extension from both contractors, and I do have that received. So if for whatever reason you don't award it tonight, definitely be some action taken on it here shortly.
Okay, so,
Is it typically the case that we do have the release of funds prior to the award?
Prior to signing any
And is that
contracts.
is that a condition that we don't award them before we have them?
Yes, you can't sign a contract until you have release.
And we don't have it?
We do. We don't have a copy of the letter. Is what
We were verbally told that
The funds are released, and then the letter confirming that's on its way?
yeah, and you can sign contracts tonight.
and it'll be dated.
I called about 4 o'clock today looking for the letter,
And that's from SRF?
No, that's from.
From Oak.
Yeah.
and this is straight from Oakland.
Okay.
did they send down the form of an email by any chance? No.
You sound skeptical.
No, I was just curious, I was just curious, because
No,
I
I'm
think,
just-
I thought I got
no.
something, I thought I got something to that
Yeah,
effect.
I'm just teasing.
They have,
I complain.
Does it cause any, Bill, do you think it would cause any problem if we awarded the contract conditioned upon conditioned upon a release of funds and letter confirming the release of funds? Just because if for some reason, I don't know what it be, we don't get them, we committed ourselves legally to a contract and we don't have the money to pay. So you have some conditions in there. I suppose we could award it, and the notice of award could be, you could add that condition to it and go in and sign it over the next day.
well, he asked me to extend to 15 days.
We have a 15 day.
Right, no, I know that, but I'd like to take the action on it because we're here.
So besides that,
And just to add the condition that we receive from Okra, the letter confirming release of funds. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
what I've seen done in the past is that it be made with those conditions attached, and also authorizing
Yeah, right.
on behalf of the board to execute that at a later time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I do that on smaller contracts a lot of times, condition awarded at the meeting, even where they're open, condition upon review, engineer review, or legal review, or whatever, exactly. It's a conditional award, and that's pretty common.
It happens all the time with Okra because
So I'd just like to add that condition.
the letters.
Is that all right?
I thought I had an email from her, but it's not regarding that, something else.
And then on contract B, if everyone's comfortable with that, and you want to award it, let's award contract A, then I want to have you adopt some additional findings with regard to B.
Okay?
Just so we have on record that, that just in case somebody circles back around on us on the employee drug program. So we do one at a time.
Okay, so we need a motion to accept contract A for infrastructure systems, $940,450. It's contract A, contingent upon receiving the hard copy of the release of funds, correct?
Yeah, and the other conditions that Dylan referred to that are written on the, is that a contract award, is that the form you have?
This is the contract award form.
Okay.
Okay, so, I'll go through it. It's telling the contractor you notified that your bid has been considered. There are additional things that they've got to do at their next step. Deliver the owner, fully execute counterparts of the contract documents, which are the bonds, certificate of insurance, and the agreement. And then some additional requirements related to E-Verify affidavit and IRAN investment certification. So there's additional, there are additional requirements before the town will go to the next step of signing the agreement. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Just so that that's in the motion too. Yeah, that's on the form. So it would be subject to the hard copy letter.
Hard copy letter and the conditions in
Release funds
the
conditions that are included in the contract, notice that Wessler is presented this evening. And then authorizing Joellen to sign the notice and all of the contract documents moving forward on the town's behalf. And all be in the same motion.
All the same motion, okay? Does anybody want to make that motion? Spend $940,000? Is there a second? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. So now on contract B.
Okay, contract B, this, I need to dredge this up just for purposes of making a bit of a record here. You all were aware when the bids were submitted that Phoenix, the lowest bidder, the one to whom I think you're going to award the contract today, did not include with its bid employee drug testing program, a written program. That was one of the bid requirements. All the bidders were supposed to have submitted the program. It has been a state contract requirement for some time, and just effective as July of this year was incorporated into the Public Works contract statute for towns. So we're not comply with the statutory requirements. So it's kind of a two-step thing. One is you have to submit a program with your bid. The program you submit with your bid has to be written in a certain way that complies with the statutory requirements. So the Phoenix couldn't get one at all. For Caldwell, we got one, but it didn't comply with the statutory requirements. So the issue that arose was on responsiveness of the bids. Bidders are supposed to submit the bids that comply with the instructions that the engineer provides. And if they forget something or they don't comply with those instructions closely enough, then the question becomes, did they really respond? Responsiveness means the extent to which they really complied with the instructions. And so we had sort of a predicament there for a little while. We had our lowest bidder submit a bid that didn't include everything it was supposed to. Because is it responsive? If it's not responsive, we can't accept it. So we talked about that back in November or December when all this happened. I submitted to all of you a memorandum that sort of explained what had happened and what I thought the legal implications were, and said we will ultimately have to make a decision about this later. Since then, I have communicated with the next lowest bidder, Caldwell, written them a letter that kind of explains the same thing. And suggest to them that, hey, if you want to complain that Phoenix didn't submit a responsive bid because they didn't submit a drug test complaint, go ahead. But the one you submitted doesn't comply, so you didn't follow the instructions either. They read the letter, they called and said, yeah, that's kind of right. We're not going to cause any trouble. We're not going to claim that they're not responsive, and we hope to do this for the future. I'm sorry to have bothered you, and that was the end of that. And I have that voicemail message recorded and stashed away in case they would come around later and claim that we did something we weren't permitted to do. So I think it's all okay. But what I'd like to do on the issue of this Phoenix contract is, and I'll kind of make a motion that I will ask you to consider adopting. One is that under the instructions for bidders, the bid packet that Westler provided, included in there was a waiver for the owner, that the owner reserved the right to waive informalities and minor defects in the bids or bidding procedure, giving you discretion to waive problems like this. So one, there is discretion on the council's part. Here, the motion is the council adopts the following findings. The council had the discretion to waive informalities in the bids that were submitted. Two, Phoenix did not include with its bid an employee drug testing plan. Three, Caldwell's bid did not comply with the bid instructions for failure to submit a plan that included all the statutory requirements. Four, minor variances from specifications in bid packages do not render a bid invalid. The variance has to be material before the issue of responsiveness really arises. Five, this council finds that the variance in Phoenix's bid, in other words, the failure to include a drug testing program, was not a material variance. Six, that Phoenix's bid is deemed to be responsive, and Phoenix's bid is the lowest bid of the two that were submitted. So, if that motion's all right, I'd like you to adopt that motion so we have on our record these findings. Because you are the decision makers on this, you have the discretion to decide whether they're responsive or not. You have to consider the facts and make the decision. So, this would be that decision. Okay? So we have a so moved on the motion adopting those findings.
Maybe that we adopt the motion as presented.
For a second?
I'll second
Okay. Discussion? It's a lot of time, okay. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign.
Okay. So what we've done now is cleared the way here to adopt that new award contract. You have found Subject to the conditions included in the notice of award prepared by Westler Engineers, and the condition that we receive a hard copy letter confirming the raise funds for both.
Okay, is there a motion on that one?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor say aye. Okay.
Lee, I wanted to ask you something for the future. Okra has determined that state law is not applicable to their projects.
To their projects.
Yes, and they prefer not to have it in the bid documentation.
Hey, but it's a statutory requirement. I would have anything to say about that. They don't have to.
Going
require it.
forward with the stormwater is why I wanted to ask you.
But I think all that means is if we don't have it, Oprah won't use that as a reason not to fund it. But under state statute, because it's a public works project, we have to do it to satisfy the state statutory requirements. So we still have to have it in there, just not for Oprah. But I really think that if we don't, we have failed to comply with the statute.
Okay.
And they surely aren't. They're not going to hold it against us.
No,
But yeah.
I don't even know if they'll even know.
Well, they won't. And you know, we're always going to have some of that where you have under state bidding law certain requirements that may or may not be important to the funding, to a lending agency or funding agency. But we still need, I don't know who will be right to do that, but we still have to have it. Okay, thank you for that. We'll bear that in mind as far as.
Because I asked them after this last time, and they went to their attorney, and they said, no, it does not apply to our project.
Okay.
But I see what
Yeah.
the town has to.
Right. Because it's deemed to be a public works project under 36 and under 5, I guess, of both.
Okay.
And I don't know, I'm not suggesting Oprah to know that, or that
They didn't say not to.
they can have their own independent requirements. But it is just brand new, and I think part of the problem is until July 31st, right, this past summer,
15,
it didn't apply to any towns in Indiana. It was a state requirement under Title 4, but it wasn't in 36 anyplace.
We bid 5 projects out since then. None of them have had that in it. And I've made them aware of it.
Okay, well.
Every one of them, I made them aware.
It's not, Ken, it's not that it's confusing about whether it applies. It couldn't be any clearer in the statute. It absolutely is a requirement in the state bidding law. And I'm amazed that contractors aren't out in front of those issues as opposed to trailing, and apparently in this case, not even very closely behind them. You know, when we did get the drug testing plan from Phoenix, we actually had to point them back to the statute so they get it right. I mean, this is their, I don't know how you feel the same way, right?
I think you guys can work that out later, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, go right ahead.
Just Robert, to wrap up, after we get release of funds, I've got the copies here of the awards that you would sign and return to me. Once I get the signed copies of these back, I'll send them on to the contractor with the agreement and the blank bond forms and those documents that they will then have 15 days to return fully executed. Once we get those back, will that come to a council meeting, or will you get authorization? Do you have authorization to sign those?
The contracts,
That was in the motion.
it was an A, I forgot it to B. So we move to authorize Joellen to sign the contract and all related contract documents for contract B.
Contract B.
Can we make that motion?
Is there a motion?
So that way they include that.
Is there a motion?
Because she's authorized to sign all the contract B documents.
Yes, I'll make a motion that we're all compliant.
Is there a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
So then, just kind of moving forward, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we'll get the contract back. You guys will sign them, then we'll schedule the pre-construction conference, where we get together with the contractor, and then we get their schedule, and then we really actually get into moving the construction. So it'll be very exciting, and things will start happening in Morgantown. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you going to leave those with me, and I'll mail them to you? Thank you. Okay. Ken, I have this from you. Is this something that we need to adopt tonight?
It's just
Oh, just to
a
sign.
claim on the water project.
Okay, it's
And then-
$17,000 in environmental use and grant administration, $3,000 and $14,000. Do we need to approve these? We don't need to approve these, do we?
What item for your fees?
Yeah, for their fees.
That comes out of grant money.
Comes out of grant money.
So the claim voucher that you sign, I have to
Yeah.
send to Okra, and then it'll be,
Will we have to do that throughout the whole project?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
the funds are released.
Whatever funds are released, okay, to be paid from grant funds, okay. Then we have $17,000 claim for $3,000 environmental review, $14,000 for grant administration, for Kenna, payable out of the grant funds. Is there a motion to accept?
I move that the, pay the,
$17,000. It comes out of the grant, we're not paying, it's out of the grant, yeah. It was in the original submission. Okay, is there a second? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, so now do you get this back, or does this go to Sharon, or where does this go?
the invoice stays with you, the voucher, I need to get back.
You give that to Sharon. Sharon, that's part of your grant file. You get this back, okay.
And then I left, give Lee 2 contracts for the stormwater project.
Oh,
We'll
okay,
get to that after a while.
okay. Okay, now I have a question on the stormwater.
Yeah.
So let's add for the engineer with the paper. So I got your email on 26th. It went in what, right after that? Was it Monday?
Yeah.
For the engineers?
Yeah.
Engineering, yeah.
So that starts the 40-day clock?
It's a 30-day.
30-day clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so then 30 days from then, if we haven't heard from any other engineers, it's awarded on, okay? So, okay,
Right.
so we will have,
Right, if we do, then you might pick 2 just to interview. Supposed
If you
to,
only get the one,
then you can just
Yeah.
go
you'll
ahead.
have to write a letter saying you worked with.
yeah, I understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I understand that, because that's what happened on yours.
Right,
For grant
right.
administration, yours the only one we received.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna say, we meet on the 1st, so if our 30 days meets that, then we would be okay to award that contract then? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It'll be a tight couple days
Yeah.
there, but it can be doable,
Yeah. Okay.
And there again, Okra did not get any of the
And then what?
Okra didn't get any of the milestone dates out,
Oh,
so we
they didn't
can actually start the,
Okay.
that until,
Well,
Well, they just got them out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got it out when we
Sent it.
sent the
Oh,
letters
okay.
out, so.
okay, so the next thing then on the water grant, just so we're all understanding, we have the next thing after this, we get all this done, the contracts go out, then we'll have a pre-construction conference, and the next thing on the stormwater is we're waiting until we hear back on the engineer. So
Yeah.
both of those, we're just waiting.
Wait.
And
Okay.
on the pre-con for the water, we'll need 45 minutes minimum to go through the Okra stuff.
Okay,
So there's a lot to cover. We'll have a bound document that we'll go through with all the forms and everything in it at the pre-con, so.
okay, so now my next question is on the claims, They, Sharon gets a bill, where does it go? Are we gonna have a meeting with, is it Jason?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
start with the J, and Jeremy, yes.
I think
Okay.
he could come home and
He's got
just
it
talk
all
to you.
worked out,
Yeah.
and he actually sends a letter along with the claim,
Whoever does it.
telling Sharon exactly what to do.
Oh, she's signing now?
Or whoever's on
Whenever she
the,
will write the checks out.
Oh, okay, so they
or
don't have
whoever
to
does
be,
it.
they don't have to be approved, or they do have to?
You'll have to
They
sign.
have to come through here for it. That's what I thought, that's what I was getting at.
I
Okay,
think so.
I don't write the checks.
Okay.
No.
Well-
They Okra, yeah.
Okra direct deposits it
to you, Sharon. Did you
Yeah.
get that fixed so that it's going to the water to count?
Oh, yeah, that is, but the other one, I don't. Okay. Yes, it goes to water. I did get that.
Get
It's
that fixed
supposed
this
to.
time?
Yes, it's supposed to.
So we
We'll
should
talk.
have
We'll
Jeremy
talk.
come over and
We'll
talk
talk.
to Becky and
We'll-
Sharon.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes,
talk.
okay.
Okay. Okay, do you guys have anything else?
No, I think that covered both water.
Water and storm. Okay,
Yes.
water and storm, we're up.
Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate your patience.
Thank you, kids. Thank you. Thanks for coming to beautiful downtown Morgantown.
That's a short drive here.
We're just excited about getting $3 million spread out now this year. We'll have dusty streets for a while, but okay. Okay. Next up, December 2015 minutes. Did you guys receive copies of the 9th and 30th minutes? Anybody have any additions or corrections? Not the minutes stand approved as submitted. Okay, December 2015 financials, we basically went over them on the 30th. Do you have anything, Sharon, you need to add to those?
No, and I don't think we mentioned that everyone knows, I'm pretty sure that we received our 1782 notice, and we did get all the money
I've
that
done
we asked
everything
for.
we asked for.
And I have one claim that I can get out there that got the
Rentag.
Yes,
Okay.
and so they won't have to wait. If you could make a motion to pay this invoice tonight, then I can go ahead and,
Okay, paid prior to 1/9, yeah, it's quite a savings, $18. Okay, we need a motion to pay Rentag for $932.29.
I make a motion to pay
Rentag. Yeah,
Water tower.
water tower chlorine. Oh, yeah, well, if it's after the 9th, we don't wait. Okay, is there a second? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign? Okay.
and the only thing I have is that we haven't received a copy of my bond,
Yeah.
and I'm presenting it to council tonight for, to accept it.
We take a motion to accept the bond. Okay, would somebody like to make a motion to accept Sharon's bond? $36,500.
It's actually 30, I don't know why it's written 30. I don't know whether that's just the increment, or that's,
Just a bond.
well, maybe the premium cost paid for that amount of bond, there's nothing that graduates to the premium amount of 30, 36, 5, so the amount the premium pays. I don't know, but it's so long as it's more than 30, or 30 or more, it's okay.
Okay, there's a motion, motion.
I make a motion.
Okay, is there a second? Is there a second? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye, okay. We don't have any payroll, we did that at the 30th. Wastewater adjustments, do you have any missing? No? Okay. I wanted to tell the council, I have been working with Becky. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. But I think there's a problem with our aging on our bills for utilities. And I've kind of talked to Lee about this, and then I got busy with other things, so I'm going to sit down in the next week and go through this a lot. But to give you an example, here's a customer that they got their bill this month. Their bill is for water side $40.26, and on the wastewater it's $123.48. And the reason it's $123.48 on the wastewater is because they haven't paid their wastewater. And I probably circled, I don't know, 20, 25, maybe even more than that. There's a bunch of them that are in this same boat. They, here's one here. Her water balance is $27.22. Her wastewater is $155.08. So it's not aging on wastewater. It's only aging on water. It's not looking at what they're past due on wastewater. So they're not subject to disconnect. They're not getting a disconnect letter or anything. So we have to get that figured out, and I'm gonna work with Becky on that. But one of the things that has come out of that discussion, and I had with you, and we, earlier when Becky called around to get what some of the other places were paying on water bills, we're about the only ones that when you're shut off, you don't have to pay it all. We're only asking them to pay the past due. So we have, that for discussion. I mean, I can understand that maybe if it's your first time to be shut off or your second, but after a certain while, you know, they never have to pay their full amount. You know what I'm saying? Is this something that we have to have written in an ordinance, or can we have it written in an ordinance to where, you know, if you've been shut off twice in the past 12 months, then next time you have to pay the full thing, or no?
I think that if that's the policy, it ought to be applied to everybody the same. I don't think that ought to be tied to whether you've been shut off once before.
Oh, okay, so you just mean, okay.
Well, the reason, you know, when we look at that statute, this is I don't know that there's a simple, real clear answer to this. And, yeah, I'm sorry, I brought that statute. I didn't know.
Well, that's okay.
I think I can explain it, is there is some language in the Indiana Code about a bill becoming delinquent after it's 30 days past due. So if your bills, once it crosses that 30-day line, it's past due for 30 days, it's delinquent. It takes on that characteristic, that's the label that attaches to it. And once it's delinquent, you're then subject to be disconnected. The water service is discontinued because your bill's delinquent. There's another statute then that says that the water can be discontinued until the full past due balance is paid. and what the analysis sort of is, one is what is delinquent and what is past due. And so delinquent is 30 days past due. You're subject to disconnection. So the way I think to read it all together is you then lose your water service. You're disconnected because you're delinquent more than 30 days. Then the question becomes, okay, what do I have to do to get turned back on? When we read the other statute that says it remains discontinued until the past due balance is paid. Well, I think the past due balance is any amount that was owed as of a date certain and remains unpaid. So if we send the bills out when? They're due on the 15th? They're due on the 15th, okay? So on the 16th of January, my bill that is due on the 15th is past due. So it has that status. On February 15th, it's delinquent. So I get disconnected on February 15th because that bill is more than 30 days past due. Now my water's off. We read the other statute that says it remains discontinued until the past due balance is paid. Well, the past due balance goes all the way back. Well, the past due balance can then spill into the next month, right? So that the February 15th bill is over, and I haven't paid it either. It's past due on the 16th of February. So you then add the two together. And then, so I think based on that, if you want the policy to be, if you have your water discontinued, you don't get it turned back on until you pay every dime you owe us. You can't just pay what is 30 days past due. You got to pay everything that is owed, meaning past due. Which in the scenario I gave, I screwed up, I realize. But in that particular case, it would be the January 15th bill, and then the February 15th bill that I may be going to pay on February 20th. But I can't on February 20th just pay the January 15th bill and get my water back on. I So-
pay to reconnect.
They didn't pay to reconnect. Here's another one.
That's what happens.
Here's another one, water balance
So-
of 64, water waste of 292. There's 44 of these. There's 44 of
So
our
you-
customers. 10% of our customers are in that category. And I'm not trying to be hard about it or anything, but it's just not fair.
Well,
It's
you're
not fair
running a
for me
business.
and the rest of us to pay our bills.
You're running a
And here's this guy over
business.
here that's 4 months haven't paid, or their waste is
So
4 months.
explain this to me again. How did the water get paid and the wastewater not get paid?
How our ordinance is set up, Keystone said they went off our ordinance, and it goes by Indiana, I want to say Indiana statute. You can only put a lien on wastewater. So it goes to water, hydrant, stormwater, and then wastewater. So if you owe $100 and you come in and you pay me $50, your wastewater is not going to get touched. So then the next month comes, and your next bill comes.
Right.
And you just pay enough to skim by, your wastewater may be going to get touched then. And that's how it goes.
It just keeps going.
It just keeps going, yeah.
The
And
problem
so you
is in the
stop
program
her,
and
it's
the
not
software, despite the fact that the money doesn't get applied to it, at the point that it becomes 30 days past due, delinquent, it ought to, flash lights, bells, and whistles and everything to draw your attention to that delinquent balance on the wastewater side, and you get your water disconnected. But for some reason,
Some of these
on our
are,
aging report,
yeah, some of these are
attention
90.
isn't drawn to the fact that that sewer bill is delinquent.
And
And we
see,
need,
some of these sewers are 90 days. And so if they're 90 days, according to statute, we're supposed to be filing a lien.
and not only, you're,
I mean, here we are, we're supposed to be filing a lien
We're not
according to
complying with
state
this statute.
statute. And at the
If we
same
fail to
time,
file
their
it.
water's never been shut off. They haven't
but
even
that's
received
just
the
got to get
water.
fixed. And for Keystone to say, well, that's how it is, or that's ridiculous.
Well, we'll
I mean,
work on
that's kind
that.
of basic accounting.
It just seems like that, she said when she called all these towns, that they all said, well, you have to
Well,
have a
but
zero balance.
so back to that issue, I know we got a
This is-
glitch to work
yeah.
out here with Keystone, but does the council want to consider the other issue and I make a decision on it?
What,
Let me ask you again. When those folks come in and pay, and you tell them, okay, you got to pay so much to get back on, and you're telling them that you have to pay the water side, right, to get it back on?
Just the past due balance that is showing up on this aging report that's
See,
not
Well,
correct.
but you're letting them get on sewer if they pay the delinquent balance. Just
Yeah.
what's 30 days past due.
Yeah.
They get reconnected
Yeah,
right now.
But they understand that they still owe for the sewer.
yeah, but they're
but
not getting turned off, so they don't care.
That's the sewer part's the part that's got the teeth in it, right?
Yes.
And then it's on, right? But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There's almost $5,000 each month that's not,
But you don't get it,
yeah, that we don't get paid.
so we'll never figure that out.
And it's not that the folks aren't, it's that as a result of the policy and the problem with the agent report pointing out that we should be disconnecting people aren't, all the wheels that these people have squeaking, ours isn't one of them, because I can throw this amount of money at it and I keep my water service on. And I don't really care about only the town money. I want to pay whatever money I have someplace else. I'm not going to pay the obligation I owe to Morgantown. So long as I can get by, paying the minimum amount it takes to keep my water service going.
But if they're past due on the wastewater, they're past due. But that's what you're saying, they're all past due.
It's not flipping it out though. They're not coming out on a report that blah, 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 this guy's 90 days past due on his wastewater. It's only looking at water.
Okay, but you have a way of knowing who's past due 90 days on wastewater?
It's a new, totally different report I have to run that I've never ran.
But on
They
the
called me and
computer-
they walked me through how to do it, and I pulled it for July.
But manually, you can go through there and figure out who owes what.
For 420 people, yeah, manually.
We're talking about, we've got a program with Keystone that isn't performing a function we need it to perform. And that function is when a sewer bill is delinquent. It fine. So that needs to be fixed. That's a program problem. And that will get fixed, and it just needs to be. The other issue is about this policy. Do you want to require, once someone's water is disconnected, do you want them to have to pay everything they owe us before they get it turned back on? Or do you want to continue doing what we're doing, and that is pay us what is 30 days past due, and we'll turn it back on? And we'll carry the balance of the rest until next month. And what will happen is, these repeat customers kind of do that.
I'm sure it's probably the same.
And the great thing is, if we change the policy, once everybody gets caught up, they'll stay caught up.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt some folks, and it's gonna be a big hit 1 month. But then they'll all be paid up. And then we'll kind of be on top of it rather than behind it all the time.
Well, I'll go ahead and do some, because there's more research I want to do with this. Of those 44, if we find out that 42 of them are renters, then I think that's another conversation.
Yeah.
Possibly. Okay, yeah. But I want
So
to
don't
make you
change
guys
that.
aware that there's a glitch in the software because it's not aging correctly.
Well, I'm thinking, if you're past due, you're past due. I don't care if it's on the water side, on the wastewater side. And if we know, if they know they're past due on the wastewater side, and they come in and think they're just gonna pay their, water side of it, and everything, is all happy again, that has to change.
But see, she prints out, I didn't realize this till I got into this. What happens is that when she runs the bills, then she prints out the shut-off letters, okay? And the computer selects the people that get these shut-off letters based on this aging. So these people on the wastewater side that are 3+ months behind, they're not getting a shut-off letter. You see, not there. You pay yours, I think. So anyway, well, I'll do some more, yeah.
But
you guys
keep
need
in mind
to-
this other issue too, because the correction doesn't change the other, doesn't change the policy. You got to decide whether you want to change the policy. You have to deny it, but we are talking about two different things.
But if what you're saying is everyone, and we don't have to be like everybody else, but if we're the only one out here doing it wrong, we need to get it corrected and be like everybody else and get up to speed. And if you're so many days behind, you're disconnected. Because I know personally, my daughter lives in Greenwood, and her and her husband are separated, and he didn't pay their water bill, Martinsville water for a month, and they shut her up.
Yeah. But that is so Morgantown now does that.
Okay.
When we know about it. So those customers we know are 30 days past due. We shut off.
Well, they're almost getting a little past.
Well, but
Yeah.
the policy is, I know there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no getting around it, but
Well, there isn't here, and there shouldn't be. But the second point is, what do they have to do to get it turned back?
you take them the money.
Okay, but under the statute, I don't think we can turn anybody off until the 30 days past due. We couldn't adopt a policy that says 10 days past due, you lose your water.
Yeah, but
That's the statute.
I had to pay for 2 months to get it back on.
Well, that's the way it is most places.
Except here.
No, what's gonna sound and throw this at you too. There's quite a few people that I call that they send their bills out on the 1st like us. They're due on the 15th. If you haven't paid by the 30th of that month, they shut you
Well,
off.
they can't do it.
But they said it's legally the 30 days past due.
It's not.
Well, I just,
No, we don't.
well, there's some out there that aren't.
Well,
Doing it the right way.
I don't want to do that.
It's not past due.
Oh, I know, but I said, oh, well, we don't do.
I'm just thinking.
We just need to have a level playing field. It needs to be a level playing field for everybody. You pay your bill and you're okay. And if you find out this about the system and it's going to let you build this up over on wastewater, then shame on us. But we can't continue. I think once, especially now that we know about it, we can't let it continue. I had no idea. I don't think you did either.
I didn't even
This
until
one
we
before.
printed off one, yeah.
Well, that's the keystone to that.
Well, okay. Well,
Well, we just need to do a little more research
Yeah.
and figure out what we need to do, and we need to make a change.
well, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on. DPW?
Most of it, I think we talked about, most of last month was billing. A lot of it, we had 17 work orders. I've got another crew coming over Wednesday and Thursday and the entire next week. We're doing some work out at the room, we're going to plan on doing some more work out at the room, plus the renovation or getting the new detail on.
Okay.
So the jail guys are coming in. That's taking us a
Oh,
lot of
gosh,
money.
saved us a ton of money.
They
Yeah.
did.
Are we gonna do we do biochem again this year at the lagoon, do you know? Does Denman, has he said?
We haven't really.
He had no idea. I just was curious, I was looking at our balance, and I thought, what if we're gonna do that again?
Yeah, because we're going to have to eventually take the fight on electricity out there. So I'm trying to see what's going on.
Okay, police department, sir. Anybody have any questions for Jeff or move on?
You ready for snow?
Yes, everything, as far as I know, is officially ready. Till it comes time, and then everything goes by. That's the way it works.
Okay, Mr. Police Department?
Okay, total calls last month was 25, down again, that's down to 59 previous month. County took 5 for us in town. The top 5 calls that per month were 3 medical runs, 4 attempt to locate, and 3 agency assist. Total citations were 8, of which 2 were ordinance violations, 7 state statute, and we had 50 warnings issued. 50. I need to check, but that might be an all-time record.
Mike got 7 in 45 minutes. He's fired up. Mike got 7 in 45 minutes. Yeah.
I need to get permission, or ask permission for the council to approve for me to attend the active shooter training in Marion County in February on the 24th and 25th, which is Wednesday, Thursday. It is 8 hours, I believe. I don't have the hours yet, but I'm pretty certain it's an advanced training session. It is nationally accredited with the Department of Homeland Security. So I need permission to attend that. Asking permission.
Okay, is there a motion for Marvin to attend the active shooter training put on by Homeland Security, 24th and 25th? Is there a charge for that? No?
Is there, can we send one I was invited, because I know somebody knows somebody. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I did this one or not. I had to know that day a while back. Okay. If I was even interested at all. Okay. I think there's something on some of these spots. You want to put no charge? You want to go? I don't want to go. No, we don't cost us anything. It's free, so it's money.
Okay. Is there a motion to let him attend this free training? I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you. Now,
The last one, on my second,
Yeah.
I just want to let council know that I want to go for try and write a grant for our computers for our cars. We need 3 new computers right now, so I'm just about to get a grant started, so I'll be working on that. That's all I have.
I had asked Marvin to give us, and he's included it in his report here, a report on the 2015 nuisance ordinances that he wrote. You know, it just shows you what, I just went, I'm a record anyway, but you can look down through there and see what all they cited.
That's good.
So you don't have any that are still open, right, other than this Jeff Simpson?
Jeff Simpson is, and there's a letter attached, everybody has a copy of that too. He asked for more time. Apparently his basement has been flooding. He's right there at Park and Church.
Oh, the pizza guy.
The pizza guy.
The pizza guy, okay.
That's why all that stuff's out there, but there's numerous boxes and stuff stacked under that little carport that was covered with a tarp that was all ripped up and looked really bad on the road. We get a lot of traffic through there. write me a letter, as you can read that, so I did go by and speak with him, and just thought I'd be checking on it to make sure the progress is.
Okay. I don't think that extension with the Marvin, right?
I'm sorry.
Marvin, if he wants to give the guy extension, yeah. And then this David on,
David on lot 9, yes, that one
you know
is
which
still.
one that is? That's the guy that's got the
I'm sure.
grill,
Yeah, yeah.
grill and
Yes, I know.
lawn chair.
That is.
and his fire pit. A grill and lawn chair, stuff for a fire pit.
Two overlanded vehicles.
But anyway, well, I've got David on there. David is actually a caregiver for Larry. Larry Smith is the one that owns the property, but Larry's in Chicago and getting chemo and stuff done right now. So he's actually a property owner, but David is a caregiver. They did move one of the vehicles out there, and the vehicle's full of Roy stuff. Well, Roy committed suicide, so they're going through steps with the state to get ownership of the vehicle so that they can also clean out the vehicle so they can put some of their stuff in that vehicle. If that makes sense. It does. It
Okay, and then that other one you have on Morton from 1120, that's been taken
Well,
care of?
80% of it. I'd like to see it cleaned up a little bit more.
I just think we ought to know what violations we're looking at. Hey, anybody have any questions for Marvin?
Yeah, on those, PC, what, on the computers, do they just vibration turn them up, or what happens?
They're just out of date. All they're 5 years old.
So they don't go break or anything?
Well, they get wore out from the open and closed, eventually they're just real floppy.
Yeah.
And just like any other computer, things go out on batteries, on their drive, things like that. They're just getting out of date, they're running slow and stuff.
Okay, now I had one that I talked to Lee about, because I think we need to kind of clarify for all of us, because we're running a little bit of a confusion. Abandoned vehicles. If you have a car that does not have an engine, does not run, okay, and you cite it on the street, and then they move it on the lot, on their property, it's still an abandoned vehicle?
Yep. Even in a driveway. Yeah, see, the Attorney General wrote, the abandoned vehicle statute, that not to address, if it's on private property, if it's their car, but it's not abandoned, even if they rent. Unless the landlord says, I don't want it there.
Yeah, but that's cars that are operable. So if you're a landlord, somebody has a car there that's left it there, what, 48 hours or something? And that's in there 48 hours and 72 hour
On private, on public.
yeah, but, person who finds the vehicle believed to be abandoned on private property, the person, oh, that's his fourth.
Well, we have another issue on that, because you make a driveway, you can't make a driveway on a town street, but
Yeah,
that's a
that's
separate
right.
issue. That would be a dire citation.
What did I give you? 922.1? I made a copy myself.
Yeah, 922, yep, 922, going all the way through 21. Which I can actually do real fast, they don't show that,
I think,
but the part where it advises that it doesn't.
the definition section which the engine, transmission, or differential has been removed or that is otherwise partially dismantled or inoperable on public property. It would have been.
Well, you guys can,
Yeah, we'll figure
you
it
can
out.
figure that out.
What's
That may be right, maybe it is on public property.
Let me email you what I found.
But, okay, but I think our nuisance ordinance describes abandoned vehicle, we use that definition. And then I think we included in here that, extended its
It would be
road.
on our abandoned vehicles, I said, that doesn't even do some
But we'll go ahead and pursue the
driveway.
driveway too as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking he's thinking he got permission from the landowner.
Well, that's a town sidewalk. Yeah.
Well, in that same area there, where the car sits on, next to the side of the street, next to the trailer, it's got the expired plates, it's been expired since March. I mean, if they're expired, they're not driving it, right?
Right, well, I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I found out that car, they were talking about, didn't have a motor. Because once the truck was moved, you actually see through the grill. I think that's why they were parking them,
Yeah.
face to face. But once it's
Yeah,
moved,
but I'm talking about
Yeah.
another situation where,
black car.
Expired plate.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's, well, mixing games, I think I know where it comes from.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right. I know they drive it once in a while, but they've been expired since March.
I think that's the other trailer that we're having problems with, but the North Ladder building, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at it.
You guys can work that
Yeah, I
out.
need to look
Let us
at it.
know next time. Let us know next time, okay? Anybody have anything else for Marvin? I do have Marvin's reviews, one review, I said enough on Marvin too.
Yeah, Lee, I'll send you what I found, and if you refer to that particular notice, that,
We need to make
be careful on private property.
we need to set an executive session when we can do Marvin's review. Time, that's what you give me, okay. Everybody got one? This is the same format we used last year. We need to set a time when we can have a executive session to do Marvin's review. What are you guys thinking? Okay, Wednesdays and Thursdays are good for you? Monday. How about Wednesday the 13th? Well, that's just a week. Wednesday the 13th or Wednesday the 20th or Monday the 18th? Anybody's okay with you guys? What do you think? How about the 20th? How about the 20th? Wednesday the 20th? Okay, is that okay with you, Marvin?
Which day?
Wednesday the 20th of January? What do you think, 6:30, 6? I mean, it's, what do you think, 6? Is 6 o'clock okay? Yeah, okay. 6 o'clock. Okay, we'll do, you know what? Oh, yeah, you know what, we can do it during the day because Chad worked, but maybe by then we'll have his replacement, but if we don't, we can go ahead and do it. You want to do it at 10 o'clock?
Whoever that person is,
He
shouldn't have much to say
shouldn't have
about it.
anything, they wouldn't, yeah. Want to do it at 10 o'clock? Yeah. On the 20th, let's do that. 10 o'clock. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Executive session to do Marvin's review. Okay. Anything else on Marvin? Okay, I asked Becky to make this report because I was curious. And she did. I'll give them the link too. Anyway, this is just the rebuilding permits that we had and that we had last year. You know, I get calls all the time, people say, is there a building permit on something? I say, well, now I got a report that I can look at. But anyway, there you have it. So every time this guy makes an alterations, he gets another permit number?
Yeah.
Why Why is that?
Well, because it's a new permit.
He's got
We've got so many permits going.
That's a big.
So he's,
Well, he has different names too, that's why.
and he's paying every time for
Yeah.
these?
I don't even know what you need, all need a permit for. I mean,
Well, I know.
for everything. Like a wheelchair ramp, you gotta,
No, well, that's, we didn't have a permit, but you don't have
That
to
was
pay
just,
for it.
yeah, that was just to make sure that it was gonna hit the regulations. That's why we had to submit that. We didn't charge, no, but just to make sure it's inspected and
oh, see,
everything.
I thought my building.
That's right. There's separate permits for all these projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And I do want to point out that I have made new ones and I totally missed 5960. And I do apologize, so that's why there's a gap between the numbers. Now I hold up ahead of time, so if I'm in a hurry, I don't make that boo-boo. I just want to point that out so you aren't thinking, why are there two missing? They just weren't created.
this, but this was, I get one.
Yeah, I mean, the gee whiz. It's like every month.
Got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of plumbing. Okay, Mark, you have a building update for us?
We have the CC workers, I can't remember the last day they were in, but the building is pretty well gutted, all three sections. They've done a little bit upstairs, we've still got some cleaning to do up there. We're probably, we've had walkthroughs with, I think, 3 or 4 different builders, just to get ideas what's going on. And from what they're all saying, we'll probably go ahead and let the CC guys continue to remove the plaster. Because they say, thanks. They say that the plaster is going to have to come out.
Oh, well,
So it's just a lot better to get it laid out. Since it's, labor's a pretty attractive price, we'll probably go ahead and do that. Tomorrow, Walter and I are going to meet with a certified architect and go through the building and see exactly what has to be done, meet code, and see where we go from there. But we've had the folks that have gone through the building with us come up with some really good ideas. And, so I mean, it's going to take some work, but it's going to be a really nice place when it's all said and done. Yeah. And you're going to have a lot of work area there. And so, yeah, I'm pretty happy. The only problem so far, I said the front of the building, in the center section, somehow, some way, the door assembly and the west portion of the glass and wall got moved out about 4 inches. And I said, I was giving everybody the benefit of the doubt and said the wind did it. But Walter, he looked at it, and I didn't really think the wind did it myself. Before pointing fingers, but Walter agreed with me. It looks like somebody kicked it, and so I'm going to kind of keep an eye on that. A lot of damage. I mean, the building's built up. There's no way to work on it and tear it apart. There's no way to keep it secured. So, but so far, so good. Wouldn't you agree, Walter?
it's exciting, no doubt about it. Okay, anybody else have anything? I do have one other thing, I forgot when we were talking with Becky. When going through all these, I don't know, I think this needs a motion. I noticed that Ron Lewis is being charged $3 storm sewer every month that they shouldn't be. Everybody else was okay, all the rest, they don't live in town. All the rest of the out-of-towners weren't charged to storm sewer.
All right, I apologize.
But they, no, I guess you probably didn't know. But anyway, I noticed that, so, anyway. Would that be a motion to refund that to them?
Yeah, I think you're right, you didn't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, we would have to.
Whether we collected by the state or not.
Okay. I don't know, it's probably from day one, it's $3 a month.
It would have to be from day one, because when you create the account, that's when it's put in there.
So it's probably about $9. maybe. So you think we're good about 3 years, maybe?
Just a motion to refund the amount that was erroneously collected for us.
Yeah. It's not a lot of money.
No.
Yeah.
But they,
What works around here?
Well, that's right, we're not,
Like $5,000.
in fact, that's been decided by the Court of Appeals, and the jurisdiction collected amount of town folks lost. So,
Well, I mean, we can't, all the rest of them are perfect.
No, I understand,
I knew they were,
yeah,
but I just noticed that Ron.
I know it's a mistake, but
Yeah.
the
Oh, it's
extent
just
that
a-
it was wondering whether we could, we can't.
I also noticed we have several people that own property that are not being charged to storm. So that's something else we'll see if we can correct. Yeah. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn for public comment? Wait,
Just one.
Get that motion for.
Oh, that's right, motion to refund the money to the Lewises.
I'll make a motion to refund the money to
Okay, Ron Winchar. Okay, is there a second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Well, Ron can take Marcia out to dinner. Okay. Any public comment?
Yes, just one. Before you change policy, can y'all tell me how I go about getting that free water bill thing? And
Yeah, no, can you?
come on.
Yeah.
Me too.
I want to get this down before you change it all.
At least we found it. At least we found it. It's not gonna last much longer. You know, you don't know if you don't see it. Okay. Motion to adjourn?